You know, I wrote that, right? You get to write your own thing, so that's great. Say nice things about myself. Okay. Anyway, I just want to say mahalo to all the folks who are the ones who logistically put this meeting together. I'm very excited to be here, and it is a I'm privileged to be here with these people here on the panel, and to be amongst all of you today. I do want to say mahalo for putting me up at Waikiki. That was really nice because I walked down the beach to say hi to my sand from Maui, because you know they did ship I don't know how many millions of tons of waihe'e and wai'ehu and all that over there. So I'm looking forward to the day when Chip's slide comes to fruition and I see all my sand back up on Waikiki. That'll be great. Anyway, and I do want to remind everybody that Waikiki were at one time wetlands, right? So remember that too as well. Okay, so I'm going to start my minutes now. Oh, how do I open? Okay. So I'm here to talk about Papaku Makavalu. Everybody say Papaku Makavalu. Papaku Makavalu. Okay, so I have 10 minutes to actually talk about the whole universe. Okay, so I have 44 slides. Hang on to your beberies. We're going to get through every single one. And for those who don't know what beberies are, ask your friend next to you. Okay, I just want to start off by saying I am a descendant of a seafaring survivor. Okay, and I want you all to say that too, okay? And you might not be a seafarer, you might be a river farer or a plains person or wherever it is you are from, you just insert that there. So let's all say that I am a descendant of a seafaring survivor. Or whatever it is you are. So that means we are going to adapt, all of us, everybody here, right now, because we all survived. Somebody in our DNA put that knowledge in us already. Okay, it's their ancestral knowledge. And that's really what Papaku Makavalu is all about. Yes, please. Okay, it is a Hawaiian methodology, and what it does is it studies the universe. And what it does is it takes it all apart in ways that we are able to articulate what different things are, and then we can see it. One of the things that are, oh, that's good, you can go for it. One of the things that Papaku translates as is the idea of foundation. Okay, next. Makavalu means the many components. So what we're doing is we're actually looking at a certain foundation, and what we do is we deconstruct all the components out of it. Okay, and then we reconstruct it back, and then we look at all the different components of something, anything in the environment, and then we put it back. Okay, next. This concept actually comes out of the Kumulipo. It's not something new, and the person whose brainchild this is, Papaku Makavalu, is Dr. Pualani Kanahele. This comes from her, and what she did was basically take things out of the Kumulipo, because what it does is it shows us all the different components and the organization of those components, taking it apart and putting it back together. Okay, next. Okay, so you can think of like a frond on a fern, right? So it'll start as a spore, it'll grow, and then all of a sudden there's these, thank you so much, and this goes forward, right? Okay, and then there's little leaves. Those leaflets are actually the components of every single different thing that walks around on this environment, okay? And then we take it apart, we put it back, and eventually it becomes a papaku itself. Okay, it comes out of this concept from the Kumulipo, where in the Va Umikumakolu, in the 13th Va, where our kupuna, Hawaiian kupuna, actually started to deconstruct their universe, their understanding of the universe. And what they did was they put it into these three categories, which are come out of line 1792, 1793, 1794. Papahuli Honua. Everybody say Papahuli Honua. Next is Papahuli Lani. Everybody say Papahuli Lani. And the last is Papahana Moku. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, I'm going to break it down. Here we go, breaking it down. Okay, Papahuli Honua has to do with everything natural that the earth Honua is involved with, devoid of man or of the atmosphere. So that includes things like, first of all, Papa is the stratum, the foundation, Huli, the term, the change. the cycles of the earth. Okay, so it's the natural process of what the earth goes through. Okay, Papahulilani. And what Papahulilani is the natural process of the atmospheric study that happens over time. Okay, and Papahanaumoku is the study of anything and everything that gives birth or that has a need to reproduce, and that's where man comes into play. So what happens is you understand the earth in its natural cycle, you understand the celestial movements in its natural cycles, and then you understand those things that are affected by those, which are your plants, your animals, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm going to look at that real quick. Got 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to do it. Papahulilani has to do with stars, sun, moon, okay, clouds and the winds, different clouds and the different atmospheres and those stratums that are up there, where the inversion layer is, all that sort of thing. Okay, moving it along. Papahulihonua is the study of water, the natural process and cycle of water, volcanism and its natural cycle, Aina, or the land features, natural land features, Avava in this case. We have mountains, Kuahivi, ridges, all those things, snow, how that affects, Lepo, One, and Kai'ea, which are the oceans, the different sands and the different soils. We have rocks. We have the different stratums of the ocean and the benthic study of all of those. We have terms already for it. We have Hawaiian science. That's basically what we're saying. Papahanaumoku is everything that gives birth. The ha'uli, we have kanaka, okay, birds, shells, fish, and everything that moves in the ocean, plants, the natural forest, and then grasses, okay, and of course corals. Okay, so it's actually the Hawaiian study of looking at ecology, Hawaiian ecology, Papahulihonua, Papahanaumoku, and the phenology. Phenology is the science of understanding why these things are doing what they're doing in this certain season or during this certain time. And it's basically the study of it over a long period of time, right? Multiple generations. Okay, and what that does is helps what we're doing, what the Edith Kanakaole Foundation is doing, is giving our communities the vernacular, okay, the words, the language to be able to understand what are those things that are happening out there. Start paying attention. Start paying attention to the different movements, why the fish are coming in later, why the birds, the kolea for example, are coming in later and changing different. Why are the kohola, the whales, coming in later and less? And staying a little longer before they leave. Why are they doing that? And you can't really do that if you don't have people understanding what's happening in their in the first place, because we're all busy talking with our thumbs, you see. Okay, so this is us. If we take Papahulilani, there it is, all deconstructed. Papahulihonua, there it is, all deconstructed, and I have 2 minutes to tell about everything. Papahanaumoku, pulling it all apart, okay? And so what we do then is, for example, we'll take an island like Kaho'olawe and we'll deconstruct. You see, right now you need animation because you guys are all checking out on me. Okay, so here we go. So we take it, all the components, right, and then it comes back in, and then we look at it again, we take it apart again, we look at it again. So you see what's happening? We are studying the relationships between the earth, the celestial activities, and all of the natural resources and processes, and how they actually interact with one another, and if there's change over time. Okay, we help several organizations by doing that. Basically, we worked with the Kaho'olawe Valley Reserve Commission to do a use plan, and that's what we do. We'll go into all of the different communities, take everything apart into those 3 studies, and then help the community be able to say whether they're on or not, or whether the fish are on or not. What are they doing to correct the things that are happening? Kumoku Hali'i, we've worked with Kamehameha schools in their forests and their resource management of their watershed is basically what the Ahupua'a really is all about, gang, is water resource management. And also with the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, we're doing several cultural use plans, and I have some friends here who have helped in those studies as well. So that's in the organizational, 1.9 minutes. And so, so big organizations come to us and we help them be able to make the bridge to the community and give them the ability to articulate what's happening in their community and what is it that they want to see happen, whether good or bad or whatever. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then we also do curriculum. And what we're doing is we're teaching Papaku Makavalu, the concept of Papaku Makavalu, studying the relationships to children. We are breeding hybrids. We're breeding hybrids. We're trying to make Hawaiian science and Western science all in one person with a cultural practitioner outlook. That's what we're doing. So we'll look at Noho Papa, which is land-based. How do you look at your own lands? How do you understand it? We have the Kumulipo for the first 3 Va, and we talk about all of that. And when this plant is blooming, this is the fish you're going to see, etc. We do that. And then the Mahina is also something that we do. That's actually the easiest thing to do to start people understanding seasons and seasonalities and aggregation of fish and migration of birds, etc. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to show and feature is, because I have 1 second, is Kianala Ahana, see, there we go. Kianala Ahana Charter School, which is actually Charlie from the Ahamoku Council and Westpac approached me to actually work with communities. And so this is how we're doing it, and what we do is we teach them the lunar calendar through Papaku Makavalu. They learn to actually watch the different things, to observe the different things, and record plants, fish, animals, and all those activities. And so they did that with a calendar. Their lunar calendar came out just in November, and it's all about the Haleo Lono fish pond that is located in Hilo, actually also on Kamehameha School's lands. And so what we did is we created an observational log, helps the community to figure out what it is they're supposed to be looking at, when they're supposed to be looking at it, and then they can learn how to manage that, their actual resource in their own community. Give them the vernacular, give them the tools, and then they're able to. Now if a scientist comes and says, oh, I want to study this for like 3 months and then tell you about policy and all that about, no, it can't happen because they actually know more about their land than everybody else. So that's basically it in a nutshell. We do something called Ki'i Makavalu. We teach people how to take pictures of the environment, and what that does, this is a partnership with Canon. Sorry, we're Canon, not Nikon. And what we do is we'll take kids out into the environment, and even adults, and teach them how to take pictures, because pictures say so many things. When you're busy on this, talking with your thumbs, you can't really pay attention to what's happening around you. So we utilize that as a way for our people to get back into the environment. Okay, and that's it in a nutshell. Woo! I did 44 slides. Any questions? No? Okay, thank you.